Welcome back, everybody, to the Gray Space. I'm Zeke. That is Dre.
Yepers.
And we got another fire one for you guys this week.
Yes. Happy New Year.
Yep.
To the people. Before we get started, man, y'all know what to do. If you watching that YouTube right now, make sure you subscribe, like, comment, share. If you listen in Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcast at, make sure you leave that 5-star review.
Yeah, man.
Now, welcome to the Gray Space. Welcome to 2024. We are in the building. And
I'm excited for 2024, bro.
Man. Welcome to 2024, man. We did our recap. So make sure you guys go check that out of our 2023 interviews. This year is going to be set to be a record-breaking year for the Gray Space, and it is going to be because of the people. As I always say, we can't do it without the people. You know what I'm saying? So, what I wanted to do, man, is as with every year, I think, obviously that we've got resolutions, we've got, it's a reset. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
However you find your reset, normally the beginning of the year is a way for us to let go of what has been in the past and start with something new. But that's not always the case as well, right? I think sometimes building on some of the things that, you were able to do in the previous year, is a great thing too. So instead of doing resolutions, we've kind of done this in the past, but instead of doing resolutions, kind of just want to talk about some of the things that we are looking forward to in 2024, whether it be personally, whether it be through the Gray Space, whatever the case may be. And, see where the conversation goes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You know what I want to say too, that I think that's a good point of building upon something. There are definitely things. I'll touch on something in a little bit, kind of personal, in a sense of, resolutions are kind of weird in a sense. I know we've had conversations about it before, and there is something about the new year and starting fresh, though, right? Whether you want to call them resolutions or build upon or take away or what, you know what I mean? I think it is a good starting point for a lot of people.
100%.
Or a continuation of, or get rid of this in this new year, right? And whatever, 2024, 2025, whatever, and beyond. But yeah, man.
You got anything off the top of the head that
so
could be anything?
So let's start with the Gray Space.
Okay.
Let's start there first, because that's why people are here and stuff like that. I think one thing in particular is to get more diverse with the people that we have on the show. And on top of that, so we continue to do the music stuff, right? Because that's where we came from. You guys know this already. You've been around for a while. So we know a lot of people in the music industry and stuff like that. So yes, continue to do those because those are amazing. We love that. We love to get those stories with the albums dropping, all that kind of good stuff. You know what's happening, where the show's at,
Right.
But also get people not locally anymore, right? Now, I'm not saying we're not going to have local people, but more stretched out, more stuff Northwest, Midwest, East Coast. Man, even globally would be awesome.
Yeah.
I would love to at least, one of my goals in my head is to get somebody from like the UK. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
I think that would be awesome to do. And get them on, and do a Zoom or, whatever kind of call. And definitely want to do more of that for the Gray Space going forward. I think not for just you guys, but for us as well, right? Having a little bit more interesting conversations about whatever it is. Maybe maybe we'll dive into science stuff. Maybe we're going to dive into, I don't know. I don't know what it's going to bring, but I know that's a kind of a personal goal that I have for the Gray Space going forward, you know, not just in 2024, but, you know, just to keep moving it and having different conversations and stuff that I'm stupid about, to be straight up with you. Stuff that I don't know about, but to learn, because we said it before on our last podcast, like talking to people, you get to know their side of the story, right? But also get to know what they're good at their craft, whatever that craft is, right?
Yeah.
Entertainment wise, schooling wise, you know, religious wise, politic wise, you know, whatever it is, you know, I can't wait to have more conversations.
Yeah, I agree with you, bro. Like, I feel like, you know, I'm the analytics guy on the show, you know what I'm saying? And, I'm constantly looking at analytics. You know what I mean? We talk about it all the time. And, you know, I'm as much as everybody wants to paint me out to, you know what I'm saying, be, you know, the dumb jock, you know what I'm saying? Or, you know what I mean? the dumb West Coast guy. It's like, no, man, I actually pay a lot of attention to a lot of the numbers as well as you do as well. But, one of the dopest things that we've been able to see, you know, is where we actually are reached. You know what I'm saying? And through the years, through the audio, it's always been, you know, a lot of it's been overseas. You know what I'm saying? But through the video, it's been, you know, our top 3 is LA, New York, and Chicago.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so, to your point, I would love to expand into those regions, man, and get some different people, as well as, you know, continue to big up the local, you know what I'm saying? Because there's nothing wrong. Like, there's a bunch of people in Arizona who are doing some killer stuff. And we definitely want to provide y'all with some people that you might not know about. You know what I mean? Look, man, Houston wasn't known until it was known. Florida wasn't known until it was known. Atlanta wasn't known until it was known. Right. And so we want to continue to bring you guys some of the best Arizona, not just music talent, artist talent, but some of the great businesses as well that are just, I mean, there's a bunch of food spots out here that are just miraculous. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And they're building and getting bigger and better. And so, yeah, man, I would, you know, love to tap into the New Yorks of the world. You know, man, I would love to get down with some people from Houston, you know what I'm saying, which is in our top 5. Down with some people from Chicago. We got a lot of people that live out here from Chicago, very good friends of ours. You know what I mean? So I would love to expand into those regions. So, you know, people can learn about the Gray Space a little bit. And on top of that, man, you know, and this is why I always say, man, it comes down to the people. Get more engagement, man. You know what I'm saying? If you guys are rocking with us, listening, you rocking with us, man, tell people about us, comment. You know, I try to go in there and respond to the comments, and I don't care if they good, bad, or indifferent. You know what I mean? You talking shit, I'm gonna be like, hey, man, appreciate you, dog. You know what I'm saying? So more engagement for sure, but definitely want to tap in. So if you guys are listening, you guys know of somebody, or there's an artist that you're listening to, or just somebody that you're really tapped into that you're like, man, this would be a great interview. I love to learn more about this person. And you guys know how we get down, man. We get the origin stories, man. I'm gonna brag a little bit. And for the people who are barely tuning in and tapping in the 2024, man, nobody get origin stories better than us. I don't care who you are. I'm not dogging anybody. I'm bigging us up. Don't nobody get the origin stories or the exclusives better than us. And we nobodies.
Right.
So,
no, that's good though.
Take that as you will. You know what I mean?
I want to kind of expand upon that as well, right? Like where we can't see everything, you know, but maybe there is somebody that you are noticing popping up, you know, whatever it is, you know, business wise, whatever it is, right? And you're like, I think this person would be cool to have. Like, let us know, at least so we can go and research and be like, okay, we can, definitely do that, you know, and get this person over Zoom, get them in the building, whatever it is, right? Kind of tap into that particular business or person and really kind of hone in on that. Because, again, we can't see everything. And, you know, and we do have visions of our own and then to collectively together for this, right? But it's always nice to get an outside perspective too of like, I think it'd be cool to get this chef on here, man.
Yeah,
like
man.
This chef has been popping off in Dallas, Texas. You know what I mean? And
San
he
Antonio,
is
you know what I
whatever.
mean?
Yeah. And just, I think you need to talk to
you know
him.
What I mean?
Yeah.
Out in Baltimore, you know what I mean? I know I messed that accent up, but it's all right.
And they have a fire story, you know,
Yeah.
so I just, you know, let us know.
Yeah.
For sure, let us know.
And I want to say real quick, I'm talking to my camera. Shout out to Will Cobus, man. You hit us up recently. Let's do something this year, man. You doing a lot of work. I like the new joint too. The new joint's fire. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So Will Cobus, let's talk, man. Let's get on a little Zoom. You know what I mean? Little web conversation. Let's get your origin story, brother. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that'd be dope.
We got some interviews, man, that I am like, I want to, like I said, I want to break the record when it comes to interviews for us personally this year. And I want to just get, like you said, man, more diverse, man, mm-hmm. doctors. I want to be stupid, right?
Yeah.
Like when it comes to these interviews, I want to be, I need to learn something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And we always do, no matter what. But man, curiosity, man, like there's so much in this world that we're curious about, but we just don't dive down mm-hmm. those paths because we just don't know who to talk to. You know, Brother Tremikas comes up in my mind as somebody, you know what I mean? So I definitely want to get more diverse and sprinkle out throughout the nation and international for sure.
Yeah, and that's a good point too, because, you know, he comes from the Muslim faith and stuff like that, which neither one of us practice, but to sit down and talk to somebody about that, mm-hmm. Definitely one of the standouts from last year 100%. Of our interviews, you know. So, it just, you know, just talking to people really kind of opens your eyes to different possibilities and different opinions and, you know, just everything, right? Like it's, you know, I know you guys get to witness some of this stuff, but it is different sitting in this room, man, mm-hmm. or sitting in the Zeke studio, you know what I mean? And it's just interesting because there's a pre-conversation and then there's a post-conversation, you know, with the podcast right in the middle of that, you know, and it's just fascinating to talk to these different walks of life, man. It's a beautiful thing, man, because it really makes you appreciate human nature, human life, you know, mm-hmm. just a little bit more and a little bit better. And it's just awesome, man. You know, I can't, you know, I want to be stupid as well. Right. You know, I want to walk into a conversation where I really don't have any information on what it is, but, you know, having a conversation with somebody about that and kind of have a little back and forth and be like, well, explain it, you know, whatever.
Being informed,
man,
being educated for sure.
Definitely like that. Because, you know, I think we all, in some sort of sense, want to be educated on things. A
little bit, yeah.
And,
I hope so.
Yeah, or at least curious. Yeah. You know what I mean? To have a little bit of curiosity of like, I don't want to dive deep into that. You know, like personally, you know, maybe it's a science thing or something, right? You know, like somebody who studies the sun or something. I don't know. I'm just saying. But you're like, but that's cool though. You know, I'm glad that person does that. And there's something for somebody, for everybody, you know, and I just think that's awesome. And I love getting those just raw and interactions with people.
100%.
You know?
Now I have another one, man. This again pertains to the gray space, and I need the people. Again, the people, man. Can we get? This is my goal for the end of this year. It sounds crazy, but I want to do. Can we get on YouTube a minimum of 5,000?
Yeah, man.
Minimum of 5,000 by the end of this year. Goal for 10,000 subscribers. Okay. Here's the way we're going to do that. The people got to share that. People got to let the people know. But it's also, let us know what you guys want to talk about. You know what I'm saying? When it's just me and Zeke, when it's just me and you, you know what I mean? And again, help us with the guests, man. Shout out some people that you guys want to have on the show, whether via Zoom, whether it's in the building. Let us know. But let's get to that 5,000. And hopefully that 10,000, because we know y'all rocking with us, man. Hit the subscribe button, you know what I'm saying? And definitely keep rocking with us on the audio platforms as well.
That's an interesting point as well, because we see views, right? And you'll see thousands of views on something, but then you don't have the subscribers. But I get it, man. Sometimes you need a little bit more from people and from us, you know, and whatever you're rocking with.
Let's get to the 5,000 wow, man.
Hit that, you know, and
hit that, and smash that thing, man.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
And definitely on the audio, and the audio too, man.
Like, it helps us, man. It helps us. You know what I'm saying? Every little bit helps. You know what I mean? And as we start to get into like sponsorships and stuff like that, man, every little bit helps. You know what I'm saying? So we're here for the people, man. This is the people's podcast, man. The Gray Space is the people's podcast. Ain't no filler, ain't no bullshit. We're not sitting here trying to give y'all the clickbait shit. We giving y'all the real shit. You know what I'm saying? And we need y'all to support that. When y'all say, hey, man, I love what y'all doing, man, support it with that subscribe. You know what I mean?
And the other thing is to add more shows to our ever-growing, you know, of what we're doing. And, you know, you teased it on the last video. If you missed it because it was at the end and you guys didn't stay to the end, you guys, we got a sports show coming up.
Got a sports show on the way with my man Blaze Rock.
Yeah. Yep. And there was something I told you, and it's in my brain, and I definitely want to launch it sometime this year. This is one of my goals, resolutions also this year, is I kind of want to do like a documentary style music thing, and I'll just leave it at that. So it won't interfere with the reviews because we're still going to do the reviews and keep that. And we might fine tune that a little bit too. For sure. Because we were talking about some of the categories in there. We might need to tweak just a little bit. But again, it's all the refinements, right? But I thought about like adding another show, kind of maybe doing something like once a month and, you know, music related again, you know, because I think there's so much music out there, and I really want it to be more independent than like, oh, hey, Drake dropped this, or hey, oh, hey, you know, you know, whatever, what SZA dropped something. You guys already know all that stuff. Like, I don't need to come on here and touch. Now we might do a review on it just because we're like, okay, we need to talk about this album, you know, whatever. But, I'm talking about a little bit more independent, you know, type of stuff, and make it a little bit more personal and a little bit more documentary style type of thing, but not very long. You know, I just want to do something nice and cool, and especially with the EPs of the world and singles and stuff like that of the world. You know, and kind of tap into that, and then kind of tap into their story a little bit as well. You know what I mean? Yeah. And kind of give a little bit background and stuff like that. So again, it'd be like a documentary style. You wouldn't see anybody's face. You know, it would be narrated by me, and then it would be, you know, just video and, you know, and audio as well. Right. But, you know, so anyways, that's what I have in mind that I want to do. Because if you guys don't know, what you heard used to be just me. And it used to be that I find just music, and then I would just go on and be like, hey, check this out, check this out, check this out.
100%.
And I loved it. And that was during COVID, right? And we were locked down. I had plenty of time to do all that, right? And then it kind of got, you know, really hard to do because, you know, going back to work and all that kind of, all that stuff. Right. You know, so... But I was like, I still go through music, man. I still find all kinds of stuff that, you know, not a lot of people are listening to. Right. You know, so a little short form documentary style video, man, would be really awesome.
I'm loving it, bro.
Yeah. So
loving it.
So that, you know, just adding more stuff to more content for you guys to rock with, you know? So
I got a personal one, man. I got to get these LBs down, bro.
Okay. Yeah.
So I promise to the people and to myself, man, I'm gonna lose $1 by the end of the year.
Nice, man. That's a goal.
My goal is to lose $1 by the end of the year.
That is a goal, bro. Like, you know what I mean? That's a goal.
Yeah.
Like that's no joking around goal.
So y'all might not even recognize me by the end of this year.
Who's that?
Like, who the hell is that?
Who's that handsome devil?
Come on now. You know what I'm saying?
You're already handsome.
And then that way I could give advice on fast food and shit. You know?
Right? Yeah.
You know, my UK guy was like, hey, bro, the big guy can't be giving us advice on the. I said, well, shit, if I can't give you advice, who can?
By the way, real quick too, I want to also say when it's just you and me, more fun ones, and then also I really want to bring back some real kind of serious conversations too, and kind of dive deep into some of these topics that maybe we're thinking about and, whatever. So I wanted to end on the gray space stuff with that note in particular, because I was like, people like, our top fives for sure, and that's sticking around. And
we getting y'all with top fives all year.
But we've been getting some, feedback about having more serious conversations. So people really like those serious conversations sometimes too. So those are definitely going to come back this year as well for me and you.
So definitely getting the LBs down. Definitely everything on the gray space as well. Now, I want to talk about some shit that I just don't want to see in 2024. Okay. First of all, first and foremost, if it's not Cam or Mace, and we talked about this, we are getting rid of pause.
Yeah.
Pause will not, if we say some shit that's pause worthy, then guess what? Press play on that motherfucker, okay? Press play on that motherfucker. Because you could have
said it about 5 times already.
You know what's funny is now, since I've gotten rid of my thinking is we're just not going to, I'm just not going to say it. I don't even hear this shit no more.
Right.
The problem is when you think about saying it, you hear the shit, and 95% of the shit that's said. Now, if I'm watching a football game or if I'm watching a sports game, they be saying some wild shit on there.
Oh, they say some wild stuff, dude. Wild
they be saying some wild shit. Yeah. But we getting rid of here at the gray space. We getting rid of the pause. Yeah. If it's not Cam or Mace, I really don't. I don't want to hear nobody do it. Cameron and Mace, go ahead on, right? Do your thing. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to hear nobody else do it.
Yeah.
I was watching Keon Poley, and he put out a thing of what words he doesn't want to see in 2024 again. And I think he said he had 3 of them. He said narcissistic, or it was narcissist and narcissistic, gaslighting, and I forget the other one, but they were all overused terms. So what I definitely want to get away from in 2024 in the popular culture is we need to stop Velcroing onto terms and then over exhausting them. You know what I mean? I was talking with my daughter about this, man, about, she's a little bit older, and, the everything now in the way they carry themselves is all trends. And they act like they're unique, but then you look up and they all look the same. They all dress the same. And if they don't, they get really, really shamed for it, especially over social media. Let's go back to being original. You know what I'm saying? And own that shit. Yeah. You ain't got to do not everything is under this one umbrella. And look, that pertains to a whole lot of shit. But let's get rid of this this and this are the same. This might be gaslighting, but this isn't. We can't just be loosely throwing terms around.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We just loosely throwing terms. We don't even know what the shit mean half the time.
Speaking of a term that I'm really not fond of right now, that is really catching on right now, is mid.
Oh, man.
Oh, that's so mid.
Oh, my God.
You know what? You know why that bothers... I'm going to tell you why that bothers me real quick. I'll move on real quick. But
no, hell no. Let's get into it.
Mid bothers me because of what the hell is wrong with mid?
Right.
Because mid, to me, it's mid. It's middle. It's not trash.
It's cool.
It's not great. Right? It's mid. But people making it that's mid.
It's bad. It's horrendous.
Well, it's not. But that term to me is... When you say mid, I'm so then it's okay.
Right.
It's all right. It's not trash. So I'm going to check it out. You know what I mean? I really do not like it. Man, is it now again is catching wildfire right now. Everybody, I'm hearing all the Gen Z kids.
So part of it comes from the shoe culture game. So when you rock especially the J's and the Nikes and shit, you either got to rock the highs or the lows. You can't rock the mids. The mids are that's off limit. You know what I'm saying? You're not really doing your job. if you got the mid. You can rock the highs, you can rock the lows, but you can't rock the mids. So it kind of goes into it comes a little bit from that sneaker culture.
Okay. Yeah.
But then it's also turned into...
But now it's taking form into like, oh, I watched...
Like you a bum. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I watched the new Spider-Man movie. It was mid.
It was mid.
And you're like, so does that mean trash to you?
Right.
Do I
go watch it?
Yeah, because really, I think what they're saying is mid is not good.
That's how it feels.
And I'm like, but... the clarification to me is just I don't know, man.
Yeah.
So, anyways, to your point though, mid is okay if you're using it in a certain sense, right? But like the overuse of it already, like, dude, I've just recently too, within the past like month, it's just this is mid, this is mid, this is mid, this ice cream is mid, this movie is mid, this is mid, this, and I'm like, so. Yeah, damn near life is mid.
Life is mid, bro.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Life is mid.
Life is mid, bro. What are we talking about?
That's what I'm saying, man.
Damn, that's a Snapple fact, bro. Life is mid. Hey, but you know what? Yeah, I'm with you on that. Now, I heard, I might be wrong on this. I might have to do my fact checking real quick, but I heard Riz was the most dynamic word of 2023.
I think
it was like in the Oxford Dictionary, bro. Like
Riz,
was the number one word of 2023.
I can see that. It was everywhere.
Now here's when I first heard Riz, I hated it. But the thing about Riz is that you could really flip it and make it like so fun. Mm-hmm. So it's like Rizzlemania.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You did do that a few times this year. Yeah,
like,
for sure.
Rizzlemania.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? So you can flip it. Look, man, you know, we had swag. I don't really dislike some of those words. I mean, sometimes I think you'd be reaching, but Riz might be one of the ones that sticks around for a long time.
You know what though?
Cap too. You know what? I'm surprised Cap has stuck around for so long.
Yeah, but you know what though? I will say this, man. The American culture, right, is about slang, right?
100%.
And I actually like slang. Slang is actually a really cool. I mean, it's just very interesting. You know that, you know, certain people come up with, you know, different words. Gumpture. I mean, man, we got to get Gumpture.
Gumpture in 2024 got to be a word.
It's got to be a word. Gumpture's got to work, man. Anyways, slang is.
So for the people that don't know, right? For the people that don't know, I made this word up like probably over a year ago.
Oh, way over a year ago, bro. I think it's got to be 2 or 3 years at this point.
And you know, they say the word is gumption,
right?
Right. Well, I messed up and I said Gumpture one day. I'm gonna keep it real, but it worked.
It works,
right?
Yeah.
And so when you want to go for it, when you want to, you know what I'm saying? When you want to win, you want to put that little extra effort.
Right.
You don't quit, man. Go for the Gumpture.
Go for the Gumpture.
Go for the Gumpture.
And be professional.
And be hey, hold on, don't tell nobody that.
You might have to. You want to what? You want to bleep that one out? Okay.
That might be coming in 2024 too. You know what I'm saying? So just be on the lookout.
You heard it here first.
You heard it here first.
That's right. You know what? Before we get out of here, I didn't say personally for me.
Okay.
For me personally, I'm ready to die. And what I mean by that, so nobody freaks out, what I mean by that is I'm ready for certain things in my life to die. So I'm ready for certain habits to die.
Okay.
I'm ready for certain thoughts to die.
Okay.
And I'm ready for regrowth and just a reimagining of myself and getting to my higher self. Now, this is an ongoing process, but that when I said that to myself, I need to die, and you know, and again, I don't want to physically die. What I mean is, I want certain things of myself to die, is because I don't need to hold on to certain routines or certain things that I do, or you know, just certain habits, just certain things. I need to get out of my comfort zone a little bit more out of 2024. I really do. So that is my personal goal for this year, is to let things die and then let something else sprout good out of that dying. You know what I mean? So,
man,
that's
that hits home with me too, from all the recent shit behind the scenes.
Yeah,
so,
of course. You
awesome,
know, I mean, seriously
That's
though,
what's
like
up.
I really feel 2024 is going to be a mental change for me. Right? I've already been in the mode of it. Right. So, but it's really going to hit hard. I'm going to read more. That's another goal of mine. I got one that's called Clear Thinking. You know, maybe we'll do something on that later on down the road if I find something interesting to talk about, kind of get a serious conversation going on. But because I kind of want to circle back around to that, kind of want to end off on this, dude, is again, I think it's important to let things die in your life, you know, things that don't matter. And let something good come in its place.
Man.
So that is my personal goal for this
Fire.
year. So,
Fire.
anyways, let us know what you guys' personal goals are for 2024 and beyond that as well.
Yep.
Obviously, to, again, reiterate, let us know.
Yeah, man.
You know,
Keep us in the loop. Let us know what y'all want to hear, what y'all want to talk about. You know what I'm saying? And who y'all want us to interview, man. We got to hit that 5K, hopefully sooner than later. I really, really, really want to hit 10K by the end of the year. Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen for me and Zeke, for the streets. You know what I'm saying? And hit that Cash App, man. Hit your boys with a little change, man. You know what I'm saying? We struggling old men out here. You know what I mean? That Cash App.
You guys stay safe.
Hit that Cash App.
And love your life.
And hit that Cash App. And as always, this is The Gray Space. Peace.